Hi guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Parmeet and today we're gonna do a festive makeup look for Durgapooja and Garba night. So basically this is gonna be a versatile makeup look which can be worn for 9 days of Navaratri with a little bit of modifications. So I've already prepped and primed my face. So for that I've used this Nykaa Prep Me Up Face Primer. I've already done that and I've put my lenses on as well. So I'm gonna directly jump onto the foundation now or maybe the correcting concealer. So to cancel out my pigmentation, I'm using this Too Faced Born This Way multi-use sculpting concealer in the shade Warm Sand, and I'm gonna mix it with this MAC Pro Longwear concealer in the shade NC15. So why I do this is because the Too Faced one is very hydrating for my skin type since I have an oily and active prone skin. So Too Faced one is a little bit on hydrating side for me, and whereas the MAC one is too matte for me, I would say, because it feels stretchy whenever I apply it. So mixing both of them makes the perfect formulation for me. So I'm just gonna take a drop of the warm sand and a drop of NC15. It makes the perfect shade for me. I'm taking this pack 219 brush to blend my concealer. I'm just applying this on my areas where I feel I have a little bit of darkness or a little bit of pigmentation. I'm blending it in a tapping motion only. So next step, I'm gonna jump onto the foundation for which I'm using my Estee Lauder Double Wear Chain Place Makeup, and I'm gonna mix 2 drops of Illegal Pro Concealer again for the same reason, because this is too dry and this is too hydrating for my skin type. So I mixed the formulation to create the perfect formulation for myself. So I'm gonna do that now. So what it does is it makes the formulation better and even the shade better for me. So that's why I mix my two formulations and two shades every time I do my makeup. So yeah, I've mixed both of them and now I'm gonna check the shade first and then I'm gonna apply all over my face. I'm using this Simply Nams blender. So yeah, the shade is perfect for me. Now I'm gonna apply it all over my face. Firstly, I'm just gonna blend it everything with the brush and then I'm gonna just run my blender through so that I don't have much product on my face. However, I want the full coverage look for today. So I always like to drag my excess foundation towards my neck. I'm just gonna take my blender and gonna run through it for once to pick up any excess product. So now that I've done with my foundation, I'm using a little brightening concealer for myself. For that, I'm using this Too Faced Born This Way concealer in the shade Golden Beige. And I'm gonna just apply a little bit of it under my eyes and around my mouth area. I think I'm gonna add a little bit of almond as well because I need a little bit more brightening. Yeah, I think it will be perfect now. Since I'm gonna go with a heavy look, that's why I'm just simping for light shade. I'm just gonna blend using my concealer brush again. So I wanted to try out this Elf Camo Concealer Sponge. I bought it a long time ago, but I couldn't try out till now. So I think I'm gonna blend my concealer with this today. So this is the size when it's not dampened. This is how the sponge looks like when it's dampened. I think it's gonna perfectly fit for my under eye. So let's try out how it works. I'm gonna just start with this side. This sponge is working so great. However, it's absorbing a lot of product. I feel it's picking up a lot of product. So the sponge feels so soft under my eye, especially because my under eye area is very sensitive. So it feels very bouncy and very soft, but it's picking a lot of product. Half of my product is getting wasted. So it's a big no-no. But otherwise, I feel the sponge is really soft and very bouncy on the skin. I think I'm gonna switch to my concealer brush since it's picking up a lot of product and taking away all my coverage. So I'm gonna switch to my brush. This sponge is really great, but it's picking up a lot of product. So I think for everyday basis you can use it, but not for your full face makeup routines. You can use it for everyday makeups only. So for the blush, I'm using this K Beauty cream blush in the shade Rosy Romance. Since it's a really pigmented brush, I'm gonna just take a little bit dip of it. It's very pigmented and velvety. So I'm just taking it on my hands and I'm gonna apply it from my fingers only. I'm taking my Simply Nams blender again. So I'm gonna give a little depth on my face. For that, I'm using this Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the shade Rich Golden. I'm gonna just take a little bit of it and give my face a little shadow. Since it's really a darker shade, I'm gonna mix it with any concealer or foundation a little bit. It's way too dark. If you guys can see, I'm gonna take this warm sand again. I think I'll just take a bit of it and mix it with rich golden from Shape Tape. I'm taking this random concealer brush I had. I'm gonna mix both of them. Yeah, it makes the perfect color. I'm gonna give a little bit of contouring here, like so. Yeah, this is the amount of shadow I wanted to give. Place the contour on my face using my brush. Now I'm gonna blend it with my Simply Nams blender again. So now I'm setting my face with this Laura Mercier loose powder. I'm just gonna bake a little bit underneath my eyes and around my mouth area because that's where my concealer creases a lot. Firstly, I'm blending all the concealer in my wrinkle lines so that it doesn't look caked up after applying powder. I'm gonna take my triangular puff and my Laura Mercier loose powder. Dusting off the axis. I'm gonna just apply like very lightly. I'll dust out the powder from my face, but I'm keeping it for a bit under my eyes since I don't want my dark circles to peek out. I'm gonna keep it for a while. Meanwhile, I'm gonna just do my eyes now. So for eyes, I think I'm gonna go with halo eyes with a little bit of shimmer. And for that, I'm using my Morphe 35 frosting palette. So I'm gonna use these brown shade for my transition and for my lids for a halo effect. And after that, I'm gonna take any of the shimmer and apply it in the middle. So I'm picking up this lightest shade firstly, and I'm gonna apply it on my crease and on my lid. So next I'm gonna take this medium brown shade and I'm gonna make a halo effect with this. Same on the other eyes. Firstly, I'm placing this on the outer corner and inner corner of my eyes. Then I'm gonna blend it simultaneously. I think I'm gonna go with little more darker. For that, I'm using this chocolate brown shade. I'm just gonna place it again at the same places. Now I'm gonna take my fluffy blending brush and I'm gonna blend everything all together. I'm just gonna start with little rounds and windshield motion. Yeah, I think it looks better now, how I wanted it to be. I'm taking this little dull brown to blend out the edges. Now to give it a festive look, I'm gonna just add a little bit of shimmers on my eye. I think I'm gonna go with browns or coppers only. So I so I'm thinking of going with this shade right here. Let's try how it looks. Yeah, I think this is the perfect shade I wanted. To give it a cleaner look, I'm gonna take this lightest skin like shade here. It's a very fair skin shade. I'm just gonna give a cleaner look on my brow bone. Brow bone. I'm gonna repeat the same on the other eye. So I'm picking up this small pencil shader brush and picking up any brown similar shade and placing on my lower lid. I think I'm gonna switch onto the thicker pencil brush and taking up the same shade. Now I'm just gonna dust off my baking powder because I'm almost done with my eye makeup. Now I'm gonna do my brows with the same eyeshadow palette, the brown ones, Morphe 35M. I'm just gonna clean my brows first. So I'm taking this little light ashy brown shades. I'm picking both of them. Just gonna tap off the excess. Now coming back to my face, I'm gonna use this Makeup Revolution blush palette. I'm gonna take the usual shades, first two. For the highlighter, I'm using this Daily Forever 52 Professional Sun Kissed Illuminator in the shade ILU002. I'm gonna take this and so I'm gonna apply the same highlighter on the inner corners of my eyes too. Just to bronze my face a little bit, I'm taking this Hoola bronzer from Benefit Cosmetics. Just to give a little bit of bronze. So for the blush, I think I'm gonna go with a little bit more on the coral side. For that, I'm using this Sugar Cosmetics in the shade Coral Climax. So I'm just taking a little bit of it. I'm dipping one tap. That's all. That's all I'm gonna apply. Before moving further, I'm gonna set my face with this Smashbox Photo Finish setting spray. So I'm just gonna spray it all over my face once so that everything gets absorbed into the skin and settles down on my skin. So for the mascara, I'm using this Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. Nice. Again, this is the new mascara. I haven't tried it yet. I've purchased it a long time ago. And I think it's a bit dried actually. I don't know. Or maybe it's the formulation. I think it's clumping out. Gonna put the same on the other eye. So for the lips, I'm gonna apply this Daily Forever 52's Velvet Lip Crayon. It's in the shade FT009. Since it's a little darker shade, I'm gonna top it off with this MAC liquid lipstick in the shade Burnt Spice, so that it gets little lighter in the shade. So I'm gonna start off with applying this dark brown shades. Please don't get scared. It's too dark for the camera. I'm just applying this burnt spice a little bit on top of this darker shade. I feel like it's still too dark, so I'm gonna go with this Maybelline Liquid Sensational Matte Liquid Lipstick in the shade Truly MLBB. It has been discontinued, I think, but it's a perfect shade to lighten up this dark lipstick. So I'm gonna just apply a little bit of it. So yeah, I'm mostly done with my makeup. I'm just gonna apply my false lashes off the camera since I'm wearing lenses and it can create a lot of problem. And I'm gonna change into my outfit for Durga Puja first. So I'm just adding some jewelry. I'm gonna add some bangles on in both the hands. Just gonna apply a tiny bindi. So yeah, that's it. This is my Durga Puja look. So this was my Durga Puja look. Now I'm gonna quickly change it into the Garba night makeup look. So I've changed into my Garba outfit and now I'm gonna add some jewelries. So basically I'm gonna wear this neck piece right here. Next I'm gonna add these jhumkis which I got from Amazon. Now I'm adding these two bangles on one hand and this kada from the other hand. These all are from local markets. I'm gonna add this kada right here and these two bangles. So now I'm gonna modify my makeup a little bit. I'm not gonna do much about it, but I'm gonna add just purple underneath my lower lid. So for that I'm using this Mars Fantasy 15 eyeshadow palette. So I'm gonna take this purple eyeshadow right here and I'm just gonna add a little bit of it on my lower lids. So again I'm taking my pencil brush and I'm gonna take this purple so that it adds a little vibrance to my eyes. That's why I'm taking this purple. And I'm just gonna add a little bit of it just to give the vibrance to the eyes, if you guys can see. I hope you guys can see the difference it has made. So I hope the difference is visible to you guys. So yeah, this was the makeup look we have done for Durga Puja and now Navaratri. I've just changed a little bit from here. I've just added a little purple here so that it gives a little vibrance and Navaratri vibes to it. So yeah, I hope you guys like the makeup. So yeah, that's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed watching the video. Please give it a thumbs up and it would mean a lot to me if you can take a moment and subscribe to my channel below. Stay tuned for more such videos. I'll